What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on my 2019 Silverado. We're going to be addressing a pretty common issue with these, so just stick around and see what we got in store. Alright, so I already got it up on the lift. This is my 2019 Silverado LTZ, and the issue that we're having on this is this. Those are the oil cooler lines. Now, these newer Silverados, I think from 2014 and up, are pretty notorious for these leaking, and they actually will blow out and potentially, ruin your motor because it loses all the oil and they'll lock up. So I noticed mine started leaking. Well, I noticed spots in the driveway. I actually thought it was my daughter's car because I'm like, why would my truck be leaking oil? And come to find out, it was my truck that was leaking oil. So I didn't want to spend the $200 or more for for cooler lines. So I have a better idea. So why don't you guys stick around and see what we got in store. Yep, that's right. We're gonna fix this the old-fashioned way. So on these newer trucks, everything that they put on these crimped fittings here. So, which are, they're not bad. It's actually a really good design. They use it on hydraulics and stuff like that, but in, I guess, Chevrolet's infinitive wisdom, they're notorious for blowing out. I could buy new ones, but my thought is they're notorious for blowing out, so why just keep going back? I'm just going to put these back to the old school way. So what we're going to do is, instead of replacing all these lines, we're actually going to take these crimps right here. We're actually going to cut these down right here. We're going to peel these off, okay, all four of them. And we're going to take these hoses off, and then we're going to flare the ends of these and put new hoses and clamps back on them. Now you might be thinking, well, what if it just blows off? Well, yeah, I guess what if it just blows off? But what if this one blows off too? So this is cheaper than $200 and it's gonna work just fine. Now, doing this, you can reuse these hoses if you want. I'm not going to, because mine seem a little bit hard. So I have new hoses and clamps. So let's just go ahead and jump in and get started, and you'll see what I'm doing. All right, so that's basically how that works. This is how these go on, okay? So they would slide on, and then they would crimp around the hose, okay? It's a pretty good idea. It's a good design. One of the problems, though, is there's not much of a spot here. Not spot. They're not... They're real smooth right here, I guess, what I'm saying. There's no really barbs in here to really kind of crimp and hold that hose on there. So that's why they can blow out of there. One of the problems. When you get into higher end ones, hydraulics and stuff like that, they actually have little almost barbs on them that when you crimp them down like that, they actually really grip the hose. So prevent them from flying off. So that's one of the problems with that. So you've seen that just slides off. It's just a hose on the line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, I'm going to get the rest of these cut off. That's how straightforward it is. Cut a line down on each side, split them apart, Bob's your uncle. Now, if you're looking to save the lines, the hoses, be a little bit more delicate. Looks like I can kind of feel a little bit of a groove in there, but I'm good. I'm not going to keep the hoses, so I wasn't necessarily worried about it. But if you are looking to do those, all you have to do is pull this off at this point. Do your flare that I'm going to show you how to do. Slide that back on. and reuse your hose. Like I said, I'm gonna get different hose. I don't really like how this hose feels, so stick around. I'll show you what this is gonna look like when I get all these lines off.
Know you've been a good friend, and that's through the thick and thin, and I know it's never gonna end, 'cause you've been a good friend.
Okay, all of our crimps are off. So now let's move on to the next step. All right, so this next process, if you got the caps, put some caps on there. It is what it is. It's going to get messy at one point anyway, but you can do that. You can do anything you want to do to stop the oil from leaking a little bit. You are gonna have to adjust your oil after, or check your oil after this, so keep that in mind. So anyway, I just got some floor dry down here. This will leak down. It'll stop here in a minute. This is a little bit crimped here. It does have a little bit of a bubble on there, but I'm gonna try to get some more on there. So there's a couple different ways you could do this. If you wanted, you could buy some bigger hose, push it right on over top of this little lip right here, put your clamp right here. That'll serve a purpose too. That'll be just fine. I'm going to go ahead and try to flare the end of this to get me a little bit of a flare, obviously, to stop our hose from coming off. See, it already stopped leaking. What I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna put a traditional, like a 45 flare on there. I'm just gonna put a little bit of a bubble flare on there. So this is what I'm gonna use. Everybody should have one of these. I have a fancy one, but this right here is actually probably gonna get in there easier, and this should work. It's aluminum. So this is what we're going to attempt to use. If you don't know how to use one of these, there's instructions that come with it. Okay. All right, so we got all of these all flared. They have enough of a lip on them. I think that they're gonna be just fine. So it'll be at your guys' discretion whether you think that they're gonna be okay or not. Try to get as much of a flare or a lip or something on there that you can. All right, these are 1/2-inch lines. So I ordered some 1/2-inch hose. Make sure you guys get the right hose. I ordered this off of Amazon. It's Evil Energy. It's a transmission cooler line, but this is rated for transmission oil, regular oil, gas, diesel. So, and it's also rated for 250 PSI. So I'll put a link down in the description for this. All right, so I basically just cut these the same length as the other lines. Make sure you orient your clamps so you can get them tight. Shove them on. Top line went on the top one and bottom went on bottom. It was pretty simple. All right, we're all topped off. Let me know if it leaks. All right. So a bit of a close-up of what we did. I don't see any leaks. Everything seems to be doing good. All right, guys, so that's a good fix on that. It saved us, well, if you wanted to buy the lines and do them yourself, you're looking at a couple $100. If you wanted to have this done at a dealership or something like that or whatever, you're looking several hundred. So it's kind of up to you. It's a pretty cheap fix. If you actually reuse the old hose, just buy some clamps. You could probably get away with this for $5. I bought the hose. I bought 10 feet of it. Half-inch line. It was rated for transmissions and oil and diesel and gas and all that stuff or whatever. That cost me, I think, $23 or something like that for 10 foot of it, which, you know, I'll just keep it around the remaining of it. I used 2 foot of it, basically. The flare tool, you can pick those up cheap anywhere. I mean, they're the cheapest flare tool that they have. It worked. It put enough of a lip on there. You could tell when you tighten the clamp down that it would actually create almost like a, I don't know, I want to call it like a mushroom. You could see where it sunk down in, and it created a lip that line wasn't going to essentially blow off. The hose is rated for 250 PSI. This should only be, my truck is running at 65 right now for oil pressure, 62 or something like that. So, and once the motor gets wore out, we know that the LSs are going to run 30. So that should be plenty. The clamps are good clamps. You know, try to buy the better clamps. The cheaper the clamps, you know, don't cheap out on those. These are all full stainless clamps, all that stuff. So yeah, good easy fix, guys. Should last quite a while. Now I will obviously keep an eye on it, especially for the first couple days, stuff like that. But I'm pretty confident in this fix. So all I got to do now is finish putting on the put the covers back on. Those are pretty self-explanatory. So, all right, well, that's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you guys got something from that. If you did, maybe give me a like. While you're down there, maybe consider subscribing. That's going to do it for me, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.